Hi everybody, I'm Dee.
And I'm Jay,
and we are ParoDeeJay.
Welcome to our wrap-up video for our first ever experience on Cunard.
We told you we were going to do one.
It's true. This is going to be sort of just a chatty video. You've seen all of the pretty content, so now we just get to sit here and talk to you and tell you how it is.
Yeah.
I've got my notes on the phone as usual, so let's go. I've broken it into several categories. Kind of like we did when we did Costa, you know, a brand new cruise line. So this ship is a Vista class ship, and it was similar to a lot of Holland ships that we've sailed. You may have noticed it was built in 2010. It was 90,000 gross tons, 294 meters. These numbers don't mean anything to me. And it's the sister ship to the Queen Victoria. Capacity, 2,092 passengers based on double occupancy, or 2,547 at max. So now let's talk about ship decor and feel overall. What was your experience?
So I really liked the classic look of the ship, the darker tones, how they decorated everything. It wasn't overly done, but it was
Christmas
like
trees.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of those. It was classic, and I really like that. It felt fancy, but not like stuffy, I guess I'll say. Yeah. It was well done.
Just like taking a step back in time, I think you said about there. Yeah, so I agree. I really like, there's something about dark tones. It's classic. Look, it looks like this wall behind us. It's all these wood tones. Let's go to food and drink. So I started off with all of the included options. So you do have the Britannia restaurant, which of course is your main dining room. The one thing that we'll talk about our food experience, but before it leaves my brain, that we mentioned, I think, in the videos, is that there weren't really a whole lot of no sugar added dessert options on the menu, which that's
strange.
That's a first. Most cruise lines are really proud of their no sugar addeds, but
you had to ask, and then sometimes it would be like a healthier option, but maybe not no sugar added. So it would be like a fruit plate, you know.
All right, food experience, dining room.
So overall, I enjoyed the menu. It was different than what you see. It was a lot of very classic, like British or UK dishes. And, you know, having done the videos now and people commented, they're like, oh, no, that's the, you know, how we eat it there. And so I've learned a lot from the feedback that we've gotten already. Seasoning, in my opinion, could have been better on a lot of the dishes, but everything was, you know, not bad. It was just maybe not as fancy as I was expecting it to be. Yeah,
I think I don't know. I had built up, and this is more me than anything else, is you hear stories and you just build an experience up in your mind, and for me it was perfectly lovely, middle of the road, average cruise food, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just I don't know why I thought it was going to be
an elevated experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. It's just yeah, you hear about Cunard and you're like, ooh, yeah. Now, the feedback is the same that we've seen from a lot of people. So I don't know if it's changed recently and they maybe scaled back on the menu and things like that. But everybody we talked to was like, yeah, this is not standard. So I don't know.
True. And in terms of experience, people keep saying you need to try Queen Mary, try the Queen Mary too. And we might be able to do that at some point in the future. I definitely want to, but I guess it could be, you know, ship to ship, there's a big difference there.
Yeah.
Still on the included front, you do have the Golden Lion pub. Now, there are a few upcharge items on the menu, but we tried all of the included stuff.
It was great. Very classic pub food. And it was just a nice venue. Go early if you're going to go on Embarkation Day because it's very popular. And then on your sea days, it's busy.
Yeah, and we had heard that there were some rotating specials, like there were rumors that there might be like a chicken curry that came in there. We never really could confirm that. We might have just gone the wrong days. But fish and chips, bangers and mash, all that. Lido Restaurant, of course, is the buffet.
We really only did breakfast in there, so we can't really talk. We did lunch one day about dinner. I did hear other people say that like it didn't really change very much, the variety at dinner. Breakfast was fine. There was lots of options to have on either side and all your classic, you know, regular breakfast foods.
Yeah, just good old buffet food.
Yeah.
Wellness Cafe. Now, we did do a couple of meals here. That's that midship pool deck option, does breakfast and lunch, makes you feel a little bit healthier about things.
Yeah, I like a healthy option on a cruise ship, and this one did not disappoint. Small menu, but everything was very tasty, especially at lunch. The salmon that you could get with a salad. Mwah. Yummy.
Yeah, I like the different hummuses that you could play with, and so that's definitely worth the money. because it's included.
It's included.
Lido Grill, which is aft on the pool deck. I mean, I gotta say, I had a sad fish sandwich experience, but
Maybe that's not what they're known for.
maybe they're not known for fish sandwiches.
My burger was good. Yeah.
Yeah, so good option to have, especially if you're wet coming out of the pool. You know, just grab some food. An afternoon tea. Okay, this happens in different venues around the ship. We kind of went to the Queen's room when we went. This was the epitome of what I was expecting from Cunard.
This is where I'm going to say, this is where they shined for sure in the food department. Nothing like that have we ever seen on a cruise, just like the whole display of it and everything. It's so fun and you feel so fancy and you pay so much money to go to like a high tea, you know. It was similar experience, not quite the same, but really nice. And they did it every single day, even on port days. Yeah.
Yeah, the only bad thing, Sweet Caroline. That's okay. That's all right. Notable upcharge options in terms of food and drink. I have Cafe Corinthia, which of course is your coffee shop. They did have some included food, mostly little pastries and things. My mouth is getting tangled up thinking about them.
It's okay.
My note is don't go at the end of the service window, because we did that a couple of times and we would pick things out of the display case that looked lovely. They were out of them and, you know, lots of substitutions. But it's a cool option.
Yeah. Really nice. And you can do tea there as well.
You have the Veranda restaurant, which is the steakhouse. We did not experience that. The rotating upcharges on Lido, which were Carib, Bamboo, and La Piazza. We did get to do Carib, but we talked about that.
It was fantastic, yeah.
And room service did not experience.
No, it's not included anymore. It used to be, but now there's a charge for, I think, each item. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe if we go on another one, we'll report more on that. Moving on to entertainment, this was mostly just pointing out the venues. The Royal Court Theatre up in the front of the ship is your main area where we got to see Come From Away.
Yay!
Good to see a Broadway show on there.
Yeah.
I mean, the non-Broadway shows were great, but man. The Queen's Room, we spent a good amount of time in there. You have the orchestra playing.
Lots of seating, gigantic ballroom dance floor. I don't know, not really bad sight lines unless there's a giant Christmas tree.
There was.
That we have to sit behind every time, but really fun area. And then people are walking by and they're like, what's happening? And they'll just stop in and join, so it's nice.
Yeah, like it's open air, it connects to the main promenade there, and people just, it catches their attention.
You can sit above, too. There's some seating.
Well, that's right. And yeah, the Christmas tree, I remember I was specifically trying to film the dancing duo, I think during the Red and Gold Gala, and they would just keep disappearing behind the tree, and I would just wait there. Oh, and then they came back, and then they...
It's like a 20-foot tree.
Good times. You have the Commodore Club, which is the piano-type area.
We only visited it one time. Sad we didn't go more. It's beautiful, really dark tones. One of the better bars on the ship from we had a drink there, but you could just tell they really, really know what they're doing there. And like live music in there that changes a little bit. Yeah,
that particular decor, like that is one area that just really feels classic to me. I don't know why. There's something about a good, sort of ship-themed, dark, swanky bar.
It's like a man cave. No.
Then you have the Yacht Club, which is the one that turned into the disco and stuff at night, and there were some activities during the day. Did we go to the disco? We went to karaoke.
We went to karaoke. Yeah, we did not make it to the disco because we were doing like silent disco and things like that. So
that's true. You've also got the pavilion pool in the middle of the ship and the Lido pool in the aft of the ship, because I guess that qualifies as entertainment too, right?
Sure, yeah.
All right, jumping to atmosphere. Now, this is another thing where expectations were different than reality. So specifically, dress code. That's one thing that, when you hear Cunard, you're kind of like, ooh.
Everyone's scared.
I was.
Don't be scared. So it used to be a lot more formal from what I understand just in talking to different passengers who've done a lot. They've relaxed it a bit, except for on gala night. Gala night, you get all glitzy and glam, as fancy as you love to be. You can never be overdressed, is their statement on Cunard. I thought that was funny. And then the other nights, just nice attire, like no ripped jeans, no bathing suits, no gym clothing, things like that. No hats in the dining room in the evening.
No gym clothes either. You don't want to spend all day in my gym clothes.
They give you like the list of what you can and can't wear. And on the Caribbean cruise during the day, it is just like any other Caribbean cruise. Shorts, t-shirts, polos, flip-flops, bathing suits around the pool. You get it. So not bad.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it was a little more casual than I was expecting. So I don't know if it's because of the Caribbean, if it's sailing in Europe, is it fancier? Are the transatlantics fancier?
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll have to do research and find out. This note just made me laugh. We did notice a few instances of like entitlement among some of the other passengers and folks that you could tell didn't read or follow certain instructions.
Yeah.
You get that on all cruise lines, to be fair, but it's just in this short period of time, it seemed like there were more than I usually personally experience.
True.
We had some ladies that were coming down the stairs on a tender ticket day, and everybody had gone up and gotten their tickets, and they just were like, oh, they wanted to join the line and had not read at all what the tender ticket process was, which was clearly explained.
50 announcements about it.
It's written writing, it's being told overhead, so that was a not listening. There was the one gentleman, with the tenders, where we had to do the step test, where you had to step over the picture of the shark. He he blatantly did not want to do that, and I don't think he did.
The girl was like, sir, sorry.
And he was, I caught I didn't put it in the video, but you could hear him in the background on the camera, and anyway.
There was some profanity.
Mild.
Yeah.
And then we also ran into some people who just had no idea about time changes. As many times as they put it in the room, put it in the program, they say, here's the ship time, change your time. Totally oblivious.
And I guess it could have been people's first cruise because they wanted to like try something out of Florida, which is pretty affordable. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that was just a funny aside to me. And like I said, that's any cruise line. Get people who don't listen, but it was funny how many cases we ran into.
Yeah.
One random category is that they do have different levels, which we didn't really dig too much into, and I personally don't know much about because we were what they call Britannia.
Right.
There's also Britannia Club, Princess Grill, and Queen's Grill. Now, this grill, I thought it was a place I could go eat. I thought I was going to get a steak or something. No, apparently it's a fancy old-timey word for, like, cool people.
It's like upcharge and suites and things like that. So if you want to know more about that, if you're interested in booking, I can tell you, like, as a travel agent, but we won't get into all of that in the video. Yeah.
That's true. Just fill out a form for Travel Agent D, and she'll get you grills. I mean, I know if you have grills, you're usually fancy. Like, you get the shiny teeth.
Actually, those are expensive.
Okay, let's jump into final thoughts. Let's wrap this thing up. Get the train back on the tracks. Random notes is that they do not have an app currently, but they do have a mobile website that works very much like an app, and I was perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, it was very good.
The cost. Okay, that was another thing that every time you hear Cunard, I got a little afraid of. The cost for an interior cabin on this, 9-day sailing that we did, was less than some of the budget brands. I think the starting rate was $759 per person on a 9-day cruise.
Yeah.
That's less than $100 a day, and that's
unheard of in 2026.
Yeah, and you know where else they have great rates too? Alaska.
Yeah, I just booked somebody today for Alaska, and I don't think it was like $1,700 for a 9-night cruise in an interior. Guarantee interior, mind you, but still, that is an amazing price.
That total per cabin, yeah?
That was per cabin, yeah.
Wow.
For 2 people.
I want to guarantee some Alaska. We don't have room in our schedule, I don't think. I'm going to go check the schedule again.
Yeah.
But yeah, the pricing, that really surprised me in a good way.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the last question we always answer, would we sail with Cunard again?
Of course, yes. I had a really good time. They had a lot of activities, which I was not expecting. They kept it entertaining and fun, and the fellow passengers that were not confused that we talked to were lovely. We had so many good conversations with people from all over the world who just absolutely love Cunard, and I can see why. It has a good cult following.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed this first experience, and like you said, the people we talked to were kind of like, this is not even the real deal. Go try the QM2.
Yeah.
So it only gets better from here, and I had a great time. I mean, yes, I had to put the suit coat and the tie in my suitcase.
Wah, wah.
Is that why they call it a suitcase? It's because I had to put my... Anyway, I might have to take a steamer trunk next time and bring fancier clothes. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
But we're going to try to see if we can fit the QM2 in, because we've got a lot of like transatlantic-y stuff happening in 27, so you never know. We might be able to sneak one in there.
And the library.
Oh, man. Okay, so this is where the notes on the phone have ended.
Yeah.
So any other more wordses?
Overall, fantastic. The production shows were so good. Like the entertainment on a small ship, I was very impressed with. The food, It was all right.
Yeah, it was perfectly
not bad.
fine.
Tea time was amazing. We've covered all this, but yeah, no, we had a really nice time.
Overall, yeah. So thanks for listening to this chatty wrap up and following along with us. And that's the end of Cunard.
Ooh, you made it through.
You did. So now we're going to be moving into World Cruise videos on the channel. Anyway, more on that later.
Yeah.
Just stay tuned, y'all. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Become a Paromaniac today. Socialize all our media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep, and until next time, rock on.